Welcome. Take a moment to settle into stillness as you arrive fully into this space. You may have heard the words Reiki or energy healing and wondered what they actually mean. Maybe the idea feels calming, or maybe it feels difficult to take seriously. Both responses are welcome here. This is not a video asking you to believe anything. It is simply a grounded introduction to a practice many people explore for rest, presence, and inner steadiness. Reiki is often described as a gentle, non-invasive, energy-based practice. In a typical session, a practitioner may place their hands lightly on or just above the body. Some people experience it as relaxing, calming, or emotionally supportive. Others may notice very little, and that is also valid. A grounded approach leaves room for both experience and discernment. The word Reiki is commonly connected to two Japanese words. Rei is often translated as universal or spiritual. Ki is often translated as life energy or vital energy. Together, Reiki is usually understood as a practice involving universal life energy. Whether someone understands that spiritually, symbolically, or simply as a calming ritual depends on their own worldview. Energy healing is a wider phrase that can include Reiki and other approaches. These practices usually focus on balance, attention, presence, and the relationship between the body, mind, and inner experience. Some people use spiritual language to explain them. Others understand them through relaxation, nervous system support, and intentional stillness. This video does not need to decide which interpretation is correct. A grounded question might be simpler than whether energy can be proven in the way some traditions describe it. We can ask what happens when someone feels safe enough to slow down. We can ask what happens when the body is invited into stillness. We can ask what happens when attention becomes gentle instead of demanding. Those questions are easier to explore without pressure or certainty. It is important to be clear. Reiki and energy healing should not replace medical care, mental health support, or professional treatment when those are needed. A grounded spiritual practice should never ask us to ignore the body, dismiss symptoms, or avoid qualified help. If we use practices like Reiki, they belong beside responsible care, not in place of it. Discernment is part of safety. Many people explore Reiki or energy healing because they feel overstimulated, emotionally heavy, or disconnected from themselves. They may not be looking for a cure or a dramatic experience. They may simply want a quiet space where nothing is being demanded of them. For sensitive people, even that can feel meaningful. Sometimes rest becomes easier when the environment feels held. For empaths and highly sensitive people, energy language can sometimes describe what the body already knows. A room can feel heavy. A conversation can feel draining. A calm presence can feel settling. Whether we call that energy nervous system response, intuition, or awareness, the experience itself deserves respect. The goal is not to label everything, but to stay connected to what feels true in the body. A grounded energy healing practice should always respect consent and boundaries. Touch should never be assumed. A person should know what to expect, have the freedom to ask questions, and be able to stop at any time. The presence of the practitioner should feel steady, not intrusive. Healing spaces become safer when choice remains with the person receiving care. Some people report warmth, tingling, heaviness, lightness, emotion, or deep relaxation during energy healing. Others simply notice quiet. Some may feel nothing obvious in the moment. then recognize later that their body feels softer or more settled. None of these experiences need to be forced or performed. The body responds in its own timing. For some people, Reiki is a spiritual practice. For others, it is a relaxation practice. For others, it is a symbolic way to reconnect with care, attention, and the unseen parts of life. None of these interpretations need to compete. A non-dogmatic approach allows meaning to unfold without demanding belief. One of the most important parts of any supportive practice is the quality of presence. A calm practitioner does not have to push, perform, or overwhelm. Their role is not to control someone else's inner world. Their role is to create conditions where rest and awareness may become easier. In that sense, the nervous system often responds not only to technique, but to safety. If you are curious about energy healing, you can begin very simply. Notice what helps your body feel more settled. Notice what kind of space allows you to breathe more easily. Notice whether silence, sound, warmth, or gentle attention changes the way you feel. You do not need to explain the experience before allowing yourself to observe it. You are allowed to be curious without becoming certain. You are allowed to appreciate a practice without adopting every belief around it. You are allowed to step away from anything that feels pressured, exaggerated, or unclear. Spiritual exploration is healthiest when it strengthens self-trust. Take what resonates and leave the rest with peace. As you return to your day, remember that every step you take is felt by the earth. Your breath, your heartbeat, your presence, they matter. Ground yourself in the now and let the earth hold you steady. You are part of something greater. Stay connected, stay grounded, and know that healing begins with presence. I leave you with this inspiration. The light of the universe surrounds you. The love of the universe enfolds you. The power of the universe protects you. The presence of the universe watches over you. You are one with the universe. Awaken to the energies that connect us all. You are not alone. The universe is listening, and your journey matters.